Actually on the road to WrestleMania, and some people are not happy about it, but I don't really care because Jey Uso opened up Friday Night SmackDown talking about his Royal Rumble win, and then he called out Cody Rhodes, and we finally got, until we meet again, Cody and Jey Uso. They had a nice hug, it was a nice little moment, and then they were interrupted by Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga, and they meant business. Jacob Fatu's theme song, I think, has kind of had a bit of a change now, by the way. I'm not sure I like it. Again, Def Rebel, please, go off. Just leave. There were also some WWE releases last night, including Sonya Deville, Blair Davenport, Cedric Alexander, the AOP, and Paul Ellering. For Blair Davenport, why call her up just to release her? They had no plan for it, it seemed. And same with the AOP, they got released, brought back, released again. Did the Final Testament White Six thing just really not work? Karrion Kross, I guess, is going to be a solo star now, which I guess is why we haven't been seeing the AOP on TV recently. But is that why they canned the whole storyline feud with the White Six and the Final Testament? And if that's the case, does that mean the Final Testament won that feud overall? Because there was only one match. Jacob Fatu cuts a great promo saying Jey Uso, if anyone could be world champion, hell it ain't gonna be you. They want to bring the title back to the bloodline. I'm not sure how I feel about Cody going back into this bloodline vortex, unless we go for Jacob Fatu versus Cody Rhodes in a singles match. But I don't think we're doing that as of what happens in the main event, which we'll get on to. But Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga try and attack Cody and Jey. Jey takes none of the disrespect, super kicks Tama, and then it's set for main event in SmackDown, Cody and Jey versus Tama and Jacob Fatu. Kind of feels like we've seen this, but it was just Cody and Jimmy. Piper Niven faced Bianca Belair next in an Elimination Chamber qualifier, which also now has controversy because Io Sky is seemingly not going to the Elimination Chamber. Because it came out last night that Bayley would be facing Lyra Valkyria, Roxanne Perez would be facing Raquel Rodriguez, and Naomi would be facing Chelsea Green. That leaves no spots for Io Sky, which means what the hell are they doing with Rhea at Mania? Are we going back to Rhea versus Liv? If so, just add Io, make it a triple threat, and have Io win the title. Liv wins the Chamber, so Liv fans can be happy. After she's been runner-up, like 4 times, something like that. And then, have Rhea say, oh, okay, well, I have to fight Liv, but I also want to fight Io. And that's how you put Io in the match, I guess, because otherwise, why, unless we're going for Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley in a singles match, because Bianca Belair did pick up the win against Piper Niven, very impressive win as well. She carried Piper around in the KOD. But I don't see Naomi being in the chamber. I do think that Jade Cargill is going to attack Naomi, and that's how we get Io Sky in the chamber. So fingers crossed still Io Sky will be in the Elimination Chamber, but I'm losing a bit of hope. DIY came out next to talk about their defense against machine guns at the Royal Rumble. They were interrupted by Pretty Deadly, and finally, Christ me life, Pretty Deadly won a match, which earns them a tag team title shot at DIY. They won't win the titles, but at least they finally won a match. And it was a pretty solid tag team match as well. Some people are getting tired of the Motor City Machine Guns. I don't mind them, but I do think it's time to put some other teams as well. Drew McIntyre came out next and cut a very good promo, was interrupted by Jimmy Uso, who cut a very funny promo on Drew. Jimmy's probably the funniest member in the bloodline, I'll be perfectly honest. And this was setting up the triple threat between Jimmy Uso, Drew McIntyre, and LA Knight, who also cut a great promo on Drew. There doesn't seem to be any real heat between Drew and LA Knight. However, Drew McIntyre did thankfully win the match after a fantastic Claymore, whilst LA Knight had BFT Jimmy Uso. So Drew is going to the chamber. So currently we've got Drew, Cena, and Punk in the same chamber match. Probably going to have Seth in there. We're not having Roman, because Roman is storyline injured, so he doesn't take the pin apparently at the chamber. so Roman can't put people over for some reason. But I don't know who else will be in the chamber. Jacob Fatu maybe, and Logan Paul. But Jacob Fatu is facing, I believe, Damian Priest and Braun Strowman next week in a triple threat, and I swear to God, if they put Priest in, I'm going to lose my shit. Carmelo Hayes finally won a match. He beat Akira Tozawa, and it was actually quite a long match. They let Akira really show out in this match, and I got worried at points that Melo was yet again going to lose. Thankfully, he did not lose. Carmelo Hayes picks up the win. I think it might be his first actual pinfall win on SmackDown since the whole Andrade Melo best of 7. Charlotte Flair would come out. The crowd was booing her as per usual. She would call out Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton came out. It was a good promo, but I just couldn't figure out who's heel, who's face. Neither of them looked like faces, but both of them were definitely like heels. Tiffany, I don't know. I feel like if we're going for this feud, you have to turn Tiffany face. The crowd just don't want to cheer for Charlotte. They were interrupted by Nia Jax, Candice LeRae, and then Candice LeRae's opponent, Alexa Bliss, who has been moved to SmackDown, and if people are annoyed that she could be in the White Six, just fucking deal with it. She wants to be in the White Six, probably because she respected Bray so much. If she wants to do it, that's her decision. Just stop complaining. Alexa picks up the win against Candice LeRae using a new finisher, the Abigail DDT. So it wasn't the Sister Abigail, but it was like a combination between Sister Abigail and her DDT finisher she used to use. It was an alright match. The Street Profits cut a decent promo. They definitely are heels now, and I hope to God they actually put the belts on the Street Profits, because it's about time. I was shocked to remember they actually haven't had those titles yet. So please, just do it. Give me Street Profits as a DIY Elimination Chamber, or at WrestleMania Street Profits DIY. Legado, Brie Deadly, Motor City in like a ladder match again, like last year's WrestleMania. Motor City Machine Guns were also confronted by Garza and Carrillo. Give me that match again, because they will cook. And obviously the main event was main event Jey Uso, the Royal Rumble winner. Just want to remind people he won the Rumble, keep crying. Versus Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. Also Jey was teaming with Cody Rhodes. And yeah, it was a decent match. It wasn't the greatest match, I think. They gave a lot of opportunities for Jey in this match over Cody, which makes sense. Because Cody obviously was injured during the Kevin Owens match. And Jey used some different moves, but we've seen this tag match just with other Uso. Also during the show, Kevin Owens cut a promo on Sami Zayn, which was pretty good. I really wonder what Sami's going to do. But this was what happened at the end. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso pick up the win. Cody hitting the crossroads on Tama Tonga. So you can't let Jey Uso pick up the win. Why? And then Solo Sikoa returned, and Samoan spiked Cody to end the show. Are we about to do Solo v Cody at Elimination Chamber? Are we about to do Solo v Cody on a random SmackDown? Are we about to put Cody back in the Bloodline Vortex on the road to WrestleMania? Is The Rock ever going to wrestle again? I have many questions, which will lead to another video, because I'm not sure I'm happy about this. I like Solo. But why is he going after Cody again? He lost at SummerSlam. He lost on that SmackDown. Cool, he pinned him at a Money in Bank, but it was an attack match. And where the hell is Randy Orton? It was an alright show, and it was probably better than last week, so yeah. I guess a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one.